So I've got the Director of Highways, Mr. Robinson Andals. So the Minister here, this is following on this morning when you were brought in front of this committee. This is one of the first times I've ever seen that happen, a live event happening. Normally it's all post thing. I don't really know where to start really, because you were taking a lot of flack there, rightly so?
Well, I think there's three key issues that came up. One was communication. I think we need to communicate better and do better.
You admit that?
Yeah, we do, absolutely. We need to be better at explaining things early and knowing, and it's not one size fits all. So we've taken that back, and we'll be putting more resource, getting more people, making sure the website's updated, doing all of that side of things. I think there's a key message on cross-departmental working. I think there's some areas that we've obviously with utilities, but we've got to work a lot wider than that. It's got to be Treasury, DFE. So I take that message really quite strongly. And thirdly, about how we can support better and be more timely in our support. So there's a big message on supporting the businesses, and so I take all of that on board.
How's it got down to this when you have to be dragged? I say dragged, but brought to a committee to discuss this? I mean, wasn't this all obvious to you some time ago?
Well, some of the stuff we are doing already, and we're aware of it. Obviously, it's a big, major, complicated national infrastructure project, and certainly I've already talked about bringing DFE and so forth into our sort of project planning or strategic meetings, and also we understand about communication, but it's really important to actually hear it firsthand and really sort of explore it further. And I fully get the fact that the communications has to be a lot better.
Yeah, I might come back to that. As far as the technical side, this cracking, noise of rails, this is your end, right? I mean, I know you're not the actual person doing it, but you have to be the person that checks what's going on.
Yeah, the cracking issue and the noise of rail issue turned up around about the TT time at the same time. Luckily that coincided with a pause in the work anyway, but we did actually have to not restart straight away after TT, because we needed to understand why that was happening, because we can't let it continue. With the cracking, we put in a new design which will eliminate the chance of it cracking going forward. We've still got to understand why it cracked up to now, but that's an ongoing discussion. At least we can restart the site on the back of that change of design.
You've got high optimism that it will be better, but that can never be 100%. I mean, it could crack again, or is it an ongoing thing, this?
We've got no reason to think the new design won't stop cracking. We're putting anti-cracking metalwork in there, and that's exactly what it's designed to do.
You didn't seem to know exactly which bit was being closed. I mean, that came up, this big area down the bottom. I mean, we all know what. I've just been along there. It's clearly that by the palace, right? I mean, that and downwards. It's a huge area, no crossing points. You want to say that?
Yeah. And that's absolutely fair comment from the businesses, and we are addressing that. We've agreed with the contractor that there will be crossing points roughly every 200 metres. There may be the odd parts of a day or times that they can't maintain that, but from now on we're looking for at least every 200 metres a crossing point will be in the site somewhere, so that people can get across the road for pedestrians.
I'm sure I asked you last time, had you been in touch with the people involved down there, and you kind of gave me this sort of yeah, but you started that answer today by going yeah, but when you were pushed, and the push came shoved, which I think for you is unusual, that you normally give a fairly good quick answer, it came out that you hadn't been in touch. Is that correct? Let me get this right, you hadn't been physically down to any of the businesses? No,
that's not actually quite correct. What I was trying to do is trying to sort of differentiate between, if you like, a formal business meeting, and there had been a business meeting in the palace and so forth, and the sort of, if you like, informal or one-to-one meetings that I've had. And yes, I have had meetings with businesses, but I was trying to sort of, if you like, nail down the definition of what that.
Yeah, I'm still confused. I want to get this right. Have you been into any of those businesses? I'm thinking the ones I've been into, like the fur, the dog grooming shop, that sort of thing. There's a spa shop. There's all sorts of shops down there. And hotels. Have you been into them, and have you talked to people on site, in situ, about their problems?
Yes, I have been in, ad hoc, but I'm going to be doing that more and more going forward.